A lot of parents want to know how they can help support their student a little bit better because the junior year is rumored to be a little bit tougher than the sophomore year. We want to always encourage them to be prepared for class with their supplies and materials. Keep in mind, a majority of the class materials are released in Google Classroom on Monday for the week. There'll be an agenda, and it loosely outlines what we're doing for the week. It'll kind of tell which, days we're doing readings and annotations, which days will have tests, which days we're going to be talking about projects or working on projects and that kind of a thing. If students review that for the week, it helps them kind of understand the progression and the workload for that week. We want them to know that ahead of time so that they feel more comfortable and that they can plan accordingly. If, as a parent, you could provide a nice workspace, whether it's a table or a desk, but just a nice area where they can put their materials out and work. If you can have that be as quiet as possible for them to be able to concentrate and think, that would really help them a lot. Please check with students maybe before making large family plans because they're trying to pocket in time for projects and connect with other students on their team. This semester we work in teams on projects. So if you consider their workload and their schedules, I know your students would appreciate that a great deal. They're trying to balance quite a few things along with their college classes. Help them practice good time management by reminding them to look at their week at the beginning of the week, check all the different places they need to click. Our assignments are pretty much turned in all digitally. We're trying to keep a safe and sterile environment for everyone, so make sure they're checking all the directions where to turn things in. There's a couple of assignments where things will be turned into more than one place. We need them to do that. There are reasons for all of those directions. Reach out for support when needed. They need to make sure they're eating and resting well. Sometimes students will skip meals. Brains can't function well on empty stomachs. Sometimes students will say, oh, I'm not going to sleep, or they'll compete for who is sleeping the least amount. That is not healthy. Brains don't function well that way. So please encourage them to rest and get some sleep. They should not be staying up all night. Our assignments are designed and our class periods are designed to give them time in class to work together on projects. And sometimes we'll have extra pockets of time to even work on some of the homework assignments. There should be plenty of time to get everything done. So it might be a time management issue if things are taking a really long time. They need to use their time in class properly and not socialize. We want to encourage them to follow directions and check with teammates for some of the questions that they have, because we want to encourage them to be instinctual. What is the philosophy of the assignment? Most of the time we're not concerned with teeny tiny minute details. It's the overall project, the overall messages of the essay. So a lot of things are instinctual as far as double space versus single space. Everything in AOC is generally turned in double space. Those are questions, little minute things that they could probably find out from teammates or things that have been said in class and that kind of thing. We want, because in college typically you'll check with other students or tutors or whatever before you try to ask the professors. Professors are not always as available. So the more they learn to find answers on their own, the stronger student they will be in college, and we want them to start doing that. And some answers to questions can be just, you can understand the person and go, okay, they probably want this. We want them to focus on personal growth. This is probably the most important thing about the class. A lot of assignments will be given full credit, but we're looking for progression and growth. We expect that they're going to make mistakes. We don't want perfection. We want progression. So lessons, not failures. No one's failing. Sometimes you have to do things incorrectly to learn how to do them correctly. So we don't want students to be afraid of trying things and it not working. Sometimes things don't work. You learned what you don't want to do next time, so you get to a better what you do want next time. You learn how to build in more strengths. Your instincts become stronger on how to present better projects, because you've learned what works for you and your style and your audience that you're presenting to or writing for. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have obstacles to go through. We want you to learn from them and grow, and that's what we're really focusing on the most. Thank you so much.